Assalamu alaikum dear students, this is me your subject teacher Ms. Javeria Gill. Welcome you in video learning session. Our today's topic is Women in Islam. Now we are going to discuss the status of women in Islam. In the Middle Ages, that is women in medieval time, Romans regarded women as a slave. The Greek considered women as a commodity that could be bought and sold. In France, towards the end of 6th century, they do not consider woman as a human being. Women in Asia, in the Middle Ages, in India, it was customary for a woman to be burnt alive to death when her husband has passed away. Those who escaped were not allowed to remarry and were used as slave maids of the brothers of their husband or other males. Now comes to the status of women in Arab before Islam. In Arabia, before Islam, they used women as slaves. This shows that Islam released women from slavery. Lots of women were extremely deplorable in pre-Islamic Arabia. Arabs buried their daughter alive. A grave was dug next to a woman in labor so that if the baby was a girl, she could be buried instantly without the mother even seeing her. Women in Arabs were forced to have innumerable marriages and divorces. Status of women in Islam. What Islam has given to a woman. Islam sees men and women as naturally different and thus advocated the principle of division of labor rather than equality of labor. The strength of a building lies in the quality of its individual bricks. Home is the basic unit of society. It is a training ground for future generation. Women work is of prime importance and can never be considered inferior. Quran defined women's role. The Quran gave protection to women. It gave women rights. A divorced woman can remarry. She would get support from her ex-husband. Who is superior, men or women? The Quran regards men and women as equal in personal and equal values. Who is superior, man or woman? Men and women have different roles. The woman is usually at home, is responsible of the maintenance of the family. The man role is to make the life of the family sweet and joyful. So neither man or woman are the superior one. They are both equal because they both have roles in their lives. Now, when it comes to the point of the marriage, Islam considers happy family life as a foundation of a healthy society. The Quran encourages Muslims to marry. This is why when a girl reaches the age of marriage, it is usual for a Muslim parent to find a suitable husband for her, but she has to agree. Meher. When a Muslim woman is married, the bridegroom is required to give her a dowry or a meher. It depends on the two parties how much meher is to be given to the bride. According to the hadith, even an iron ring is enough if the bride accepts it. Islam requires men and women to behave modestly and decently. So for this, it sets out certain guidelines for how men and women should dress publicly and privately. For men, it is obligatory to cover middle part of the body from navel to knee. For women, it is obligatory to cover the entire body except hands and face. These parts must never be exposed to any other person of the opposite sex, other than to a close family member, a mahram, or except in case of genuine need, example for the medical treatment. The cloth must be neither see-through nor tight-fitting. Men are prohibited from wearing gold or silk. In Quran Pak, Allah Ta'ala says, O children of Adam, we have sent down to you clothing to cover your nakedness and as an adornment. However, the best clothing is the clothing of piety. This is one of Allah's revelations so that the people may learn a lesson. Now, there are some important points to ponder upon. The most important points in the hadith narrative of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ regarding dressing are: the clothes should conceal the body adequately. They should impart dignity and good looks. They should not fail to satisfy the requirements of adequate concealment of the body. A woman must ensure that her clothing does not resemble that of men and vice versa, nor should they be so ugly and clumsy that they mar the wearer's appearance. Establish Islamic identity. So, dear student, this was all about your topic. Now it's time for your home assignment, and your home assignment is this. You have to do this work in your copy during week 1 and 2. Thank you so much for watching the video. Stay safe and Allah Hafiz.